understand that there's a lot of violence going on in our community, and we want to bring the community out and just give them a peaceful event.
How did you get involved with East High School and the other organizations?
Pretty much, it's been going on for quite some time, and so when I officially turned pro, we decided to name it, Team Sully versus Team Burke, and from there on, it's just the game has just carried weight.
Great, thank you.
You guys mind if I take Leon? Can I have your last name?
Rodgers.
And your title, please.
With the rise of crime and the violent ways that our youth are, sometimes behaving in the streets, we just want to let them know that we're aware of it and that we're trying to help them change it and show them there's another way.
Talk about the different avenues, to try to, to promote that nonviolence, so that way these young kids can learn that, there's more to life than, trying to, with all due respect, killing each other with guns.
Yeah. Well, there's just, we want to bring awareness that recreation makes you busy, and it a lot of times gives us something else to do than to focus on some of the violent things that sometimes our nature drives us to. So we just want to let them know that we're here as a support system and, let them know that there's something else, not just because you can be a basketball player, but you can be the owner of the gym or a person that runs the gym and keeps it clean, So there's a lot of different things that sports can do as an instrument of staying out of trouble.
How important is it to have this, this fallout for these kids and to be able to have the role models like Jared and like Evan here, to be able to have these kids looked up to have them say, hey, I can get off the streets just like these guys?
Well, it's very important, because, Evan and Jared both being with the Celtics. You got Trey being with Utah and, a couple of other guys that we have coming in. I mean, it's just amazing that they will give their time to, our organization as well as, the kids of these streets because they look forward to it. Now it's becoming a tradition in the community that we look forward to every year. Hopefully we look forward to. So I just appreciate them and, their time is everything. And the good thing about those guys is they're genuine about spending their time with the kids.
And then how important is it, for you to try to keep these kids off the streets, to be able to come into these gyms, as you had said a minute ago, so that way they know that, it's okay to come in and to have a safe haven here in the gyms and in the schools versus outside in the streets?
Well, I think it's very important, because one, this is the area that we came from, so we want to bring it right here. We sell this gym out every year, and we want to keep it here, where it's dear to our heart and on the inner city, and, there seems to be with the most, use of our needs. So we try to keep it here to where they can reach us and, be able to talk to us without our Superman jersey on. They can actually touch us and, let us know how they feel, and we can hopefully give them some insight on how to change some of those behaviors.
For you, Leon, and someone growing up here in Columbus, is it a lot of disappointment, a lot of hurt that you've seen these kids go to violence versus the athletics and trying to get them off the streets?
It's a disappointment, but however, it's life. And, we're human. And that's what we want to let these kids know, that we're about second chances. We're about trying to give you an alternative to something that you're thinking about that might not be the right way of thinking. So we just want to, let them know that we're here as a support system and that, in any way we can support you, even if you have made that first mistake. We're here for your second chance. So, we want to remind them that they're always representing somebody and something. So
finally, a lot of young people in that crowd. Touch one person. Spread.
I mean, you touch one and hopefully they keep it spreading, and that's what we really truly believe in, is that, you can't change it by yourself. And that's why I ask, my peers, with the basketball players to come in and give their time and give their effort and not just be here to just, smile, but to actually talk to the kids and interact with them and leave them with something. And we leave them with, one message. Hopefully they spread it to their friends.
Thanks, Leon.
All right, thank you.
Trey, how important is it for you for this organization to be able to put forth to the community's message about peace in Columbus?
Very important. I think that's one of the main things, for guys like me and Jared to come back and, kind of have our presence in the community to support, games like this that are, raising awareness for, what's going on out here in the community. So it's great just to be back and, kind of have the fans engaged as well.
How much influence do you think you had from you guys being from this community, being raised in the city?
I think that's the most important thing, being raised in these communities, raised in the inner city of Columbus, and then coming back and giving back to the inner city by, having games like this and charities like this. It means the world, because we're not, guys who aren't, from the community and didn't grow up in it. So it's a great feeling. Like I said, it's something that we want to do every year, something that we want to expand on. So, we look forward to the future.
Leon had said, you guys hope to touch one child and hope that message spreads. How vital is that to, try to get these kids to understand that the importance of peace?
Oh, it's very vital. It's very vital. Right now we're living in in our communities. There's a lot of murders. There's a lot of violence. Period. Overall. So for us to come back and kind of try to settle that and calm it down by having games like this, bringing the community out to engage with one another, means the world. And it's all about the youth. It's all about the kids. They're the ones that's growing up in these communities right now. It's important for us to get to them first.
For someone who grew up on these streets, is there frustration building, knowing that you see a lot of it on the news and see a lot of it on the net when you check back in and you kind of see that there's a lot of stuff and you try to figure out ways to combat it? Definitely.
It's frustrating just seeing, the amount of murders, the amount of violence that you see, period, around Columbus recently is, it's unfortunate. But, if there aren't charities like this, then it's going to continue to happen. Even with the charities, it's still going to be violence. But, we just have to find ways we can, minimize it as much as possible.
Did you come to events like this when you were a kid?
Definitely, I definitely did. There was a few events. Some of them weren't even in Columbus, that I went to. But it's always great to see guys who made it come back to their communities and give back in ways like this. It doesn't always necessarily have to just be, lump sums of money. Just to have your presence. I think that's the most important thing, for the people. They want to see this more than anything.
And finally, at least for me, do you feel that, with you, Jared and Evan, with former Buckeyes, that you guys can have these kids look up to you, knowing that you guys were here, being part of the city?
Definitely, man. It's great to see these kids. When you walk in, they run up to you, ask you for your picture, for your autograph, and just to know you can make a kid's day to day. That kid particularly might not be having a great day. Just to take a picture with him, that might have changed his whole day around. So for me, Evan and Jared, we know how important it is to, kind of interact with him in that way.
Talking to Jared, this is a game that he's taking seriously. He's not taking this lightly. Is that taking for you?
Definitely. Me and Jared, man, we've been, ever since we was, in 4th grade, downstairs in the basement, playing on this little bucket with a rubber basketball. Me and Jared been competing, since then. So every time we get out on the court against each other, we all know it's fun in games, and it's still like an all-star game. But, we're trying to win, so it's going to be some good basketball.
Win or lose, what's the overall message?
Win or lose, the overall message is, when you bring people together, you see what type of, results it can be. A lot of people are here right now watching basketball, and they're not thinking about violence. They're not thinking about what's going on in the community. They're watching, professional basketball players, whether it be NBA players or overseas players. It kind of it gets your mind off what's going on out here in the streets, because it is a lot of violence and danger right now. It's great to bring us all together.
Thanks, Trey.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How you doing, the elder?
I'm Sean. Pleasure meeting you.
Good to see you. You got everything you got? Good. Thank you so much for all the positive coverage. Anytime.
Yeah, it's too hard, bro. You signed the book.
Yeah.
You got a marker? It's okay.
Making sure you about to go crazy in there.
Yeah, you already know.
I sure will.
What's up, boy?
I sure will.
Good.
Thank you. Hi, thank you so much for coming. The elder. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I remember you. How you been? This marker ain't that good, y'all. If y'all catch me before I leave with a better marker, just come to me.
Hey, my name's
token of our appreciation and your support for 9 years of the R&B Classic and being with us from day one. We thank you.
First of all, I'd like to say happy Saturday to everyone, and thank you for coming out and supporting this event. It is our pleasure as one of the largest managed care plans, the largest managed care plan in the entire great state of Ohio, to give back to our community to support your efforts.
Trey Burke.
News.
One more time.
City Talk News.
Make do this and then this, right?
Hi, Leonard King here. I'm doing external affairs work as a volunteer with Columbus City Schools, and they got a program that we're trying to reach out and have black males volunteer or call in to the 365 number that's on this card as you get it when you leave out the building to sign your name up to help our little young brothers and sisters in Columbus City Schools. The district needs you, and I'm just standing out here advocating and letting you know that we all need you, from the young to the old. Please join in, sign up with Columbus City Schools mentoring program. Thank you. Come here, son. See all my boys? They all with us. We all tell them we all want mentors.
We all want mentors.
My man. All right. Thank you very much.
Is that news?
Yeah.
Take a picture of me. Hey, get on. Is that mine? No, that's mine. Maybe let's get. I want Karen to watch my video. See this? I got my other. They can see. Here. I got my book bag signed by Trey Burke. Yep. And Bob.
Yeah, there you go. Let's look straight. Look up. There you go. See when you look down, it makes you want to go down. You want to turn around? Remember, put your foot down. Good job. Turn what you want. Oh, go for it. Go towards your mouth. Good job. Yeah.